I was out of town this weekend at the Ghost of Tabor launch party, which just launched today on Steam and App Lab. Really cool game if you haven't checked it out yet. But there's a lot of VR news that also happened while I was gone. It's time to get you caught up. Full body tracking could be coming to a wireless standalone headset near you soon. HTC has announced their own inside-out trackers for VR accessories and body tracking. So in the olden days, our current days, if you want full body tracking, the best way to do it is using Vive trackers that attach to different points of your body and have the full lighthouse tracking set up all throughout your VR space. These new HTC standalone self-trackers will use two very wide-angle cameras on them to sense their own environment around them, meaning you can use them to do any kind of tracking without external sensors. This is a big deal for anyone looking to bring additional peripherals into VR, for someone looking to do full body tracking, especially if you don't want to have base stations set up, or if you're looking to do this on newer headsets like the Vive XR Elite. Now, we've only gotten a full video on these and some other updates. We don't know the price, and all we know is they are going to release in Q3 of this year, 2023. To charge the trackers, they have a quick release that you'll be able to take them off of their mount, but then that actual mount can be mounted to camera tripods and other things. Of course, if you've ever done anything with the Vive trackers, there's all kinds of like wristbands, elbow straps, knees, things that you can attach these trackers to get full body tracking with them. Because they don't have to be tracked, they actually can be much smaller, and they are about half the size of the current Vive Tracker 3s, which were even smaller than the original Vive trackers. HTC has said they're big proponents of open VR platforms, and they are not going to make these exclusive to HTC so that anyone who wants to be able to use these can use them. Pretty exciting possibilities for the future of wireless standalone headsets. We've been talking about Breachers for a while now, and Breachers has finally got a release date, and it's less than a month away, April 13th. If you haven't heard about Breachers yet, this new shooter, a lot of people are saying basically Rainbow Six Siege in VR. Now, the alpha's been out a little while, and you might have seen some YouTubers playing it, checking it out, or you might have even played it yourself, although it wasn't the easiest alpha to get. You actually had to load it on there. This means that you can already pre-order Breachers and get it in just a matter of weeks. The open alpha itself will be closing on March 24th, so very soon. The game is going to cost $30, but if you pre-order on Quest, you'll get the Elite gun skin. Breachers seriously looks like the next generation of VR shooters, where you can actually use C4 explosives, blow holes in walls and windows, come in and breach the room to then take down your enemies. You got combat drones that you can look up ahead to help plan out your attack, work in a team, and I'm really excited this is coming out this soon. We have been seeing massive amounts of layoffs in the tech industry, especially as the pandemic has seemed to come to a close, and they had been hiring a lot of people because a lot more jobs were created while people were spending more time online. We reported on Meta laying off 11,000 people last year, which was about 3% of their workforce. They are about to do another round of layoffs for another 10,000 employees. A huge number, and it is happening in multiple rounds, with the first round being their recruiting organization. A second wave in April is going to affect their tech roles, and a third in May will affect even their business roles. There's also hiring freezes happening. So what does this mean for the VR industry? Meta has been putting a lot of money into their future metaverse that they believe in, into the XR side of things. But recently we talked about how they canceled a bunch of their potential headsets they were working on, prototypes they had that they are no longer bringing to market, and they're focusing in especially on the Quest line while discontinuing things like the Quest Pro. So how do you feel about this? I'd love to know in the comments. Meta's done a lot to help push VR to the mainstream, making the headsets much more affordable, but Meta's also a company that is really not well liked for a lot of their privacy practices, business practices, and even things they've done in the VR space, like making newer headsets for cheaper prices, hurting their previous customers, making huge price drops on like the Meta Quest Pro from $1,500 down to $1,000 when people had just bought it brand new and now saw it lose 50%. Let me know down below. I've talked a lot on the channel before about my excitement about something like an AR motorcycle helmet, where you can see on the lens the directions that you're trying to go and other useful information. A company called C-React Technology is actually making an AR display for motorcyclists that can be put into any helmet with different functions. One of the main ones being there will be a rear-facing camera, and they would be able to see on their AR screen a rear-facing view of what's going going on behind them, with other options like controlling your smartphone, listening to music, being able to see your navigation on the screen. They're saying this device can give you about 3.5 hours on a single charge, and it connects to your phone through Bluetooth and its own built-in Wi-Fi. It's an interesting addition and another way to see our AR, XR world all coming together a little bit more. But what do you think? Is this something motorcyclists would use on their helmet? Is this something, if you ride, that you would find useful when you already have rear view mirrors and enough going on? Would this help or hinder you? For games being built on the Quest platform, Meta is about to transition from Unreal Engine 4 up to Unreal Engine 5.1. This is exciting news for the future of the Quest platform, but of course this is one more blow to anybody owning the original Quest, as this is not going to be supported for that, meaning that a lot of games going forward that may be built in Unreal Engine 5 will definitely not be Quest 1 compatible. If you've seen some of the demos of what Unreal Engine 5 can do, this is exciting for the future graphics, especially as we are moving towards a stronger, more powerful Quest. We will be seeing even potentially better graphics on it. A couple of its main features though that Unreal Engine 5 is known for, Nanite and Lumen, both of those will not be available in this mobile platform. Unsurprising because of the power required to run this and the fact that we are still using mobile processors, mobile hardware to make the Quest line. That being said, even now as it stands on the Quest Pro with the Red Matter 2 and what we're seeing in VR graphics, it's a bright future. I'm really excited to see what the Quest 3 is going to be able to pull off as far as graphics on a fully standalone VR headset. But what do you think out there? What else is going on in the news this week that you're excited about? We are actually about to take off for GDC, so I'll have a lot more coverage coming for you from there, new things going on in the gaming industry and all of that. But I want to say thank you again and again for coming out. All of you have made the channel just absolutely explode these last few years. We're at nearly 37,000 subscribers as I'm recording this video. So thank you for the millionth time. Thank you. And I'll see you in another reality.